What's up, Internet? It's Bewildered Bat, and I'm back again with another face picture. I know I've done I've done a couple of Don't Starve playthroughs. If you want to watch those, I don't know if they're funny or not. I haven't really heard much about them. I haven't really looked at them very much. I just slapped them up there and forgot about them. But the reason I'm here is to tell you about something that happened to me the other day. I was at the park. I almost forgot that word. I was at the park, and I was just walking around, right? I just felt like going for a walk, so I went walking. Nothing strange about that, right? But this is where it gets strange. As I was walking, I just stopped thinking about everything, right? And I was just walking, and I was looking at trees and birds and people and whatever I felt like looking at, I guess. But as I was walking on, I started to I guess you could say, meditate while I was walking. I know some people might think of meditating as a very strange thing to do, but it's really not. It really clears my excuse me, I keep burping. It really clears my head, and it helps me think. I mean, it's just a clean feeling. But the way I meditate at the park anyway is while I'm walking, whatever I hear. I just repeat in my head repeat that noise or sound in my head as long as it's happening. So if the wind's blowing through the trees and that's making a sound, I just repeat that sound in my mind as it's going on. Same thing with like a bird chirp or something. So I'm walking down the sidewalk, and then I look to the left at this hill that's going up, as hills do, and it looked like the leaves were brushed aside with a broom, but it was rain that done it, apparently. That did it. Obviously, it was rain. I don't think anybody did that with a broom. That'd be weird if they did. But nonetheless, so I walked up this path, and it was weird because it was like this. It looked like a sidewalk was finna be put there. It was very even. The leaves were the way the leaves were brushed aside by rain or whatever may have done it. It was straight. It wasn't like all messed up. It looked like a path. It was very strange. It was also cool at the same time. So I decided that was a sign for me to walk up there. So I did. I'm walking up this path, and I'm just kind of following it, looking at it down on the ground to follow it so I don't get off of it. And then the ground turns to moss. Just like, moss on the ground. That's not weird. That happens. So I stopped at this place just to felt like I should have been. I felt like I should have been there. I felt like I was there for a reason. And then as I'm standing there looking around, I remembered that this is a spot that I've gone to before to meditate. Just to clear my head, like I've said before. I do the same thing every time. So I sit down at my spot, and I do it at this spot because my hands have you might not be able to see it, but some rash going on. I think it's cold weather. But anyway, I do it at this spot because I don't think anybody really looks up this direction, because the sidewalk goes around the hill kind of like that, and I don't think anybody really looks up there. That's one reason I do it. And if they do, so what? Free country ish. So I sit down Indian style, and I'm doing this meditating. I'm repeating these noises in my head like I mentioned, and I open my eyes just a minute just to look around. And this is when the cool thing happens. I look back over my shoulder, and I see some kind of hawk come from this way. I see him when I look over my shoulder. He's coming from this way. And I don't really think anything of it. It's just, oh, he's flying. So I've always liked birds, just because they're cool, I think. So I'm watching him, and he circles over me at least 20 feet. He circles me about 3 or 4 times. And he looks at me. Is the cool thing. He's looking at me the whole time he's circling. So I'm just watching him circle. He's just circling me. And I know he was looking at me because he was close enough for me to see his beak. And I could see his whole head. His beak was pointed at me. He was I don't know, he's some kind of hawk. I wasn't trying to figure out what kind of bird it was. But he had his feathers on his face were dark, and his beak was that yellow color that all birds have, or most of them. Looked like an eagle's beak a little bit. And that's how I knew he was looking at me, because his beak was pointed right at me. And I looked straight in his eyes. He was that close. I could see his eyeballs. And he circled me 3 or 4 times, just staring at me. And then I watched him fly away. I watched all that happen. And it might sound weird and strange, but I like to think that's what my channel's kind of about, is weird and strange stuff. So, I like to think I made a friend. I didn't name him, but I have a bird friend. What in the hell? My pocket. I have a bird friend. So, that's my story. You can take it as it is, if whoever might watch this, and nobody might even watch it. But I felt like I should share that, and maybe you can do the same thing I did, and make a friend. There's some psychic, I can't remember his name, I should have looked it up, but I just thought, hey, I need to do a video about that. All of a sudden, I didn't even think to look up this guy, but he was psychic. I'm not going to believe it until I see some proof. Not that I don't believe it, not that I don't believe it, but I'm not ready. Kind of in the middle. It's like I believe it, but I don't believe. Just believe it. But he says every human on the planet can listen to the Earth, and it'll tell them stuff that will happen, or whatever. I guess whatever the universe feels like it should tell them. I don't know. I haven't looked into his reasoning or science behind that. But I just wanted to share my cool story with you today. And for all things strange, weird, and downright dysfunctional, you're at the right place, and this is the right face. I'll see you people next time. You are awesome. Where's the button? Bye.